Very good. Good morning. This is the Lancaster County Board of Commissioners Zoom meeting for Tuesday, May 5th. I am your chair, Sean Flowerday. With me is Commissioner and Vice Chair Rick Vest and Commissioners Roma Amundsen, Deb Shore, and Christy Yoka. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. Mr. Clerk, please begin.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall at the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all written material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available in room 113. The material can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda item 1 are minutes. Approval of the minutes of the Board of Commissioners meeting held on Tuesday, April 28th, 2020.
Move approval.
Second. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2 are claims. Approval of all claims processed through May 5th, 2020.
Move approval.
I'll second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundsen,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 are consent items. These are routine business items that are expected to be adopted without dissent. Any individual item may be removed for special discussion and consideration by a commissioner or by any member of the public without prior notice. Unless there's an exception, these items will be approved as one with a single vote of the Board of Commissioners. These items are approval of utility permits with Untitled Nebraska LLC to relocate fiber optic cable with no cost to the county for the following. Number 1975 and 1976 along South 120th Street and Rokeby Road in conjunction with the South Beltway construction project. Number 1977 for box culvert F86, adjacent to North 14th Street right-of-way from approximately 3,400 linear feet north of Bluff Road to approximately 1,230 linear feet south of Waverly Road. Number 1978 for box culvert F82, adjacent to North 14th Street right-of-way from 1,006 linear feet north of McKelvey Road to 3,500 linear feet south of Bluff Road. Amendments to the following contracts. C-19-555 with Nebraska Salt and Grain Company for annual supply road salt. C-18-157 with WellPath for medical care services for adult detention facility. C-18-155 with Graybar Electric Company, Inc. for their electrical lighting, data, communications, and security products and related products, services, and solutions. C-16-10 with the Nebraska Secretary of State Records Management Division to provide microfilming imaging services. Right-of-way contracts with the following. Janet I. Wallman, 11618 North 14th Street, and the total amount of $5,836. Daryl Hauser, 11505 North 14th Street, and the total amount of $5,314.50. Roberta S. Feister, United Credit Trust, Unified Credit Trust, North 176th Street and Alva Road in the amount of $1,711. Charles J. and Joyce Maley, North 27th Street and Branch Oak Road in the amount of $1,903. Thomas E. and Paula G. Peterson, trustee, the Thomas E. and Paula G. Peterson Revocable Trust, North 134th Street and Rock Creek Road, in the amount of $1,631. Rodney M. and Jean M. Lose, 13,800 North 1st Street, in the amount of $433. Charles J. and Joyce Maley, 2323 Branch Oak Road, in the amount of $509. Douglas A. and Deborah L. Custer, Family Revocable Trust, South 96th Street and Roca Road, in the amount of $1,279. Contract with Cooper Appraisal Group in the amount of $3,200 for appraisal services at the South Ridge Acres Addition. Replace page 2 of the directive authorization to prudential retirement under the Coronavirus Aid Relief and Economic Security Act to clarify coronavirus-related distributions are limited to not exceed $25,000. Received and placed on file the following: City of Hickman Annual Report and Community Redevelopment Projects. County Clerk Report for April 2020. Clerk of District Court Report for April 2020.
Move approval of the consent items.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 4, new business. 4A is a resolution in a matter of suspending the Lancaster County Visitors Improvement Fund grant program through December 31st, 2020.
Move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. B is a resolution authorizing the installation of traffic control devices in Lancaster County.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. The screen that I'm sharing with you now is a screen that shows the location of all the proposed traffic control devices. These are all associated with the detour that started yesterday in order to construct the South Beltway. And what we're trying to do is get people to slow
Hey,
down.
Pam,
Yes.
we're only seeing a Zoom screen. We're seeing a sign that says your meeting should start in a few seconds.
Well, that's not good. Just a second, please hold. You know, just when I thought I was doing so well with the Zoom, I am humbly reminded of our limited technology. There we go. How about this?
There you go.
Yes.
All right, all right. Minor mission failure this morning. I apologize. So what you're seeing now on the screen is locations where we're proposing stop signs. We're going to put flashing lights on top of the stop signs, as well as stop ahead signs and rumble strips on the road so that people know there's a stop coming. What we're trying to do in this corridor is prevent aggressive driving and speeding during the detour for the South Beltway, which started yesterday.
I will move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4C is a reappointment of Jeff Cunningham to the Lancaster County Visitors Promotion Committee to a 4-year term commencing July 1st, 2020 and ending June 30th, 2024.
Move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. D is waiver of Article 3, Section 2 of the Lancaster County Visitors Promotion Committee bylaws and extending the terms of Lancaster County Visitors Promotion Committee members Becky Parrott and Roland Morgan through December 31st, 2020 due to the disruption caused by the COVID-19 crisis.
I
Move
move
approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. E is setting the annual salary for Sarah Axman, bailiff for the Honorable Elise White at $66,904, effective April 30th, 2020.
I will move approval.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Well, congratulations to the Honorable Judge White. We look forward to working with her.
Very good. Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4F is a recommendation from the Personnel Policy Board to create a Community Corrections Program Supervisor.
I move approval. Or what, do we have a presentation?
Only if you want one.
We want one.
We want one.
It's so good to see you, my friend.
Not if
Good
we're just going
morning.
to pass it right away, right, Kim? Like,
I know, right?
not if it breaks the stream.
Kim Etherton, Director, Lancaster County Department of Community Corrections. Late last year, all of you approved hiring a position for our drug testing program to assist the coordinator, Sadie Jensen. After Sadie and I talked further about the position, we realized that what I had proposed to all of you as a mental health specialist position was really not a good fit. So I worked with the Human Resources Department and found a position within the county that was a better fit. The problem was it was only a crisis center position. So they worked with me to kind of reformulate that position and make it a position that I could use in this department. We kept it pretty generic in the event we wanted to use that position elsewhere as well. So it is a Community Corrections Program Supervisor. It's going to give that program the ability to have some supervision on the weekends, especially when we need to contact judges for remand orders if we need to take somebody into custody. So it seems like a better fit.
Very good.
I still move approval.
Thank you.
I will second. And then Kim, how soon do you think you can have someone on?
Well, until the COVID crisis has calmed down a bit, we won't even consider bringing more people in. It would be too difficult right now to train. So once we start increasing testing again, which I am hopeful will happen sooner than later because it's really causing some problems for our participants. But I don't anticipate it happening before the end of the summer.
Okay, thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. G is a special events permit application from Gary Bredhoff, Tiger Coaching and Personnel Training, for an event on September 13, 2020.
Move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
This
I was
has been a long-standing event, and my husband and I always go out and do the kayak support for the swimmers out there. It's a beautiful way to see the sunrise in the morning, and you all should come out if you get a chance.
That's great. Well, and we know Gary runs Class A events.
Exactly.
Very good. Is there any other discussion on this? And I'm sorry, do we have a motion and a second already? Yeah, we do.
Yes, yes.
All right, just please call the roll then if there's no further discussion.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
yes,
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. 4H is our recommendations for the following funding: Joint Budget Committee for 2020-2022 and Juvenile Justice Prevention Fund for 2020 through 2021.
Good morning, Sarah Hoyle, Director of Lincoln Lancaster Human Services. And in front of you, you have the recommendations for the Joint Budget Committee, and then item B on here is the recommendations for the Juvenile Justice Prevention Fund. I think it's safe to say over these last couple months, we've learned a lot, but one of the most striking things I think we've all learned is the vital role our nonprofits play in our community. From helping people find food by establishing additional times and places people can go to get food, building up additional and strategic supports to help our residents who are homebound, including reaching out to our most vulnerable populations who are now stuck in their home, and also by reaching out to our residents who need assistance with basic needs such as rent, utilities, so forth. These agencies, we've also learned, play a vital role in how our residents feel about their community and a sense of community even while being isolated in their home. By delivering care packages, Zoom activities, including bingo, and Rick, I heard they're working on Zoom pickleball. Hopefully that's up and going soon. And then to allowing some group interactions that are small, right? As you know, these nonprofits exist because of the belief our community has around the important role these agencies play. Your continued support is key in allowing these nonprofits to pull in both braided federal and local funding that allows them to fulfill their mission of serving our residents. And with that, thank you all for your continued support of this. Commissioner Shore, Commissioner Yocum, you've spent a great deal of time reviewing these applications. Is there anything you'd like to add?
You know, as always, it's we're making very difficult decisions because we know the need is there and the dollars are limited. So I appreciate the diligence of the other members of the Joint Budget Committee and the work that they did to comb through all these applications and make those tough calls.
Yeah, I would say everybody on the committee is engaged and the discussion was good. And as Deb said, these were not easy decisions, some of them, because there just aren't enough dollars to go around and do everything that we know needs to be done and these nonprofits could provide.
Right. With that, I will move approval of the JBC and the JJPF funding for 2021.
And I'll second that.
we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
yes,
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.
Good to see you.
4I is an agreement with Summit Food Service LLC for the provision of an on-site food service and preparation skills course for inmates in the custody of the Lancaster County Corrections Department. The term of the agreement is a maximum of 1 year from the date of execution. The cost of county is not to exceed $10,003.50.
move approval,
Second?
And
we have a
if-
go ahead.
Brad or Brenda were here, they'd be able to correct me, but I think this is year 5, maybe year 6 of this program, where our food service provider works with our inmates to teach basic food preparation skills and not only serves them well while they're with us at our facility, but also helpful in providing job skills once they're released.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. J is an agreement with the Shemmer Associates, Inc. for design and plan preparation services of County Structure H-115. The work shall be completed on or before May 19th, 2020. The cost of the county is $2,250.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. What I'm showing you on the screen right now is structure H-115. As you may recall, this structure has been closed since the 2015 flood. We received hazard mitigation grant money to build this structure, and this is kind of the last piece that we needed structural assistance from the Shimmer Associates to dissipate the energy that comes out of this structure before it goes into Camp Creek.
I move approval.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. K is a recommendation from the purchasing agent and county engineer to award a unit price contract to M.E. Collins Contracting Company for Shot Creek application services. The estimated annual amount is $300,000.
Pam Dingman, Lancaster County Engineer. Shotcrete is something that you haven't heard me talk to you about before. It is a way to maintain concrete structures. In essence, what it is it's pressurized concrete. So we clean the broken part of the concrete off of a bridge and clean up the rebar on that bridge and then reseal it with this pressurized concrete. This contract came in a little more expensive than we were hoping, but still this will help us maintain and preserve our bridges. And so what we've really been focusing on the last year with our program is the preservation of the existing structures we have. So hopefully this will help us preserve our structures for years to come.
What were we shooting for cost-wise?
Well, I was hoping it'd be $100,000, Sean. The reality is that this is a unit price contract. So what we'll probably end up doing is just repairing one bridge instead of three. But we'll see how it goes with that one. And then next year, hopefully we'll be able to repair some more bridges. This contract is similar to the foam contract that we had on the agenda a couple weeks ago. In other words, we're just looking at the unit price in order to stabilize as many structures as we can.
Do we get any other bids for this contract? Is this?
Yeah, this was, there were multiple bids for this. And, again, what I'll emphasize is it's unit price. So what we'll do is just scale back. We do have some structures that are critical. And so we're gonna have to pay this price and stabilize our critical structures. And then hopefully in the future, we'll be able to get this unit price a little more cost effective. What we're really seeing is some price inflation due to a shortage of materials still from last year and the flood. And then we're also seeing a shortage of materials and contractors as the South Beltway starts and proceeds to construction.
Right.
I will move approval.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. 4L is directing the county clerk to publish notice in a legal newspaper pursuant to Nebraska Revised Statute 23-107.01, bracket 2 of the intent of the Board of County Commissioners of Lancaster County, Nebraska to sell to the city of Hickman, Nebraska, real estate owned by Lancaster County with the address of 6700 Hickman Road, Hickman, Nebraska.
I'd move approval.
Second.
Is this the piece of property for $5,000? Is this that one?
Yes, it is. It's the old engineering station, and this is the statutory notice when we amended the 23107.01. This is the public notice that we need to give prior to selling directly to a political subdivision without going through the bid process.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
yes,
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. M is approval of disclaimer of interest of defendants Rachel Garver and Lancaster County filed in case number CI 19-1433 in District Court of Lancaster County, Nebraska. Sandra K. Naveen versus Tax 106 and Nebraska General Partnership et al.
move approval,
I'll second. I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
yes,
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Next is number 5.
Sean,
Yeah,
before we go on to item number 5, I'd like to go back to the resolution, the 4A on the suspending the Lancaster County Visitors Improvement Fund grant.
Yeah.
I did send over some amendments late Friday that didn't make it into the version that went out with the agenda. We just added some language clarifying that it was a pandemic rather than a crisis, and some language about the county had declared an emergency. Also, I would like to authorize the board to have Sean sign rather than the entire board, so we can just inconvenience Sean and make him come down here rather than all 5. So, Jen, do you think we need a motion to clarify the adoption of the resolution with those changes?
Yeah, I would just do the usual motion to approve with the amendments.
I would make a motion that we approve the amendments and only inconvenience Sean.
I will second that.
Doing really good work.
That's what we're here for, my friend.
All right. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
yes,
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0. Number 5 is update on COVID-19 and Lancaster County response.
Does anybody have any items regarding to the COVID-19 response and the I don't at the moment. I think we're going to talk about some things on Thursday, but I don't have anything for today. So stay home, stay safe. The numbers in our community keep going up. Some states have plateaued. Nebraska has not yet. So while we were at the bottom of the country in numbers 30 days ago, we are now very much middle of the pack and rising. So everyone stay home, please. I think we can move on to the next item, Mr. Clerk.
Next is announcements. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold a staff meeting, including department budget hearings via Zoom on Thursday, May 7th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners will hold its next regular meeting on Thursday, May 14th, 2020 at 8:30 a.m. via Zoom, with the County Board of Commissioners staff meeting, including department budget hearings immediately following. County Commissioners can be reached at 402-441-7447 or commission@lancaster.ne.gov. The Lancaster County Board of Commissioners meeting is broadcast live on Link TV City. For the rebroadcast schedule, visit lincoln.ne.gov. Meetings are also streamed live on Link TV and can be viewed on YouTube.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
we are adjourned.
Yoe.
Yep.
A copy of the Nebraska Open Meetings Act is located on the wall to the rear of the hearing room. Additionally, a copy of all material to be discussed at today's open meeting is available at the back of the hearing room. These materials can also be viewed on the county's website at lancaster.ne.gov. Agenda on 1 minutes, approve the minutes of the Board of Equalization meeting held on Tuesday, April 21st, 2020.
Move approval?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. Number 2, additions and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Move approval of the addition and deductions to the tax assessment rolls.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0. Number 3 is a public hearing. This is for motor vehicle tax exemption applications. This includes Good Neighbor Community Center, Lincoln Lancaster County Habitat for Humanity, Inc., Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital, Innovative Blood Resources Community Blood Bank, YMCA of Lincoln, Redeemer Lutheran Church, and Heartland Bike Share.
okay. I will open the public hearing on motor vehicle tax exemption applications. Mr. Clerk, I can't see very well. Are there any members of the public present to speak?
I'm not over there, so I couldn't tell
Right,
you.
you're not. Right. Do we have anybody over there?
Doesn't look like it.
It looks empty to me. I am going to then close the public hearing on the motor vehicle tax exemptions.
Next is number 4, action on motor vehicle tax exemption applications.
Move approval?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Amundson,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
I move we adjourn?
Second?
we have a motion and a second. We have a motion and a second for adjournment. Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Amundson,
Yes.
Yocum,
Yes.
Vest,
Yes.
Shore,
Yes.
Flowerday.
Yes,
Motion carries 5-0.
very good. Dan, I'll be